We are here to make vegan coconut curry. This is one of my favorite curry recipes because it is so easy. All we really need to do is get the rice cooking, get the vegetables chopped. The curry pretty much makes itself. There's a couple of very easy tricks and we are going to show you how later. Okay, we've got our rice cooking. That is 2 cups of dried rice, 4 cups of water and a bit of salt. It's a brown rice, so it's going to take about 25 minutes, which will give us enough time to get over here and cut some veg.
Let's do it.
Okay, first we're going to chop our sweet potato. With the sweet potato, if you see any real manky bits, cut them off. If not, the skin you can pretty much leave on. Sweet potato done. Occasionally you might find a little bit you don't want in your sweet potato, get rid of that as well. Next, we're going to cut our carrots. Of course, you can grate your sweet potato and your carrot if you really want it fine. However, it does take a bit longer, and to be honest, I prefer just to cut them quickly. 2 carrots done.
Wow.
Spring onion, same again, just give it a quick chop. Okay, onto the broccoli. We're going to get about a cup of broccoli.
So not a full head, but oh yeah. Well, this fell off pretty nicely, I have to say.
That should do.
Nice cut.
Perfect.
Okay. Well done.
We don't want the pieces too big, nor do we want them too small.
Yeah.
We want them to cook at about the same time as the sweet potato and carrots, which is something like 7 minutes. That should do nicely.
Yeah, looking good. Okay.
And finally, zucchini. We're going to go for half a zucchini. Yoink. That is our veg chopped and ready to go. Okay, we're going to get the olive oil in and heating up. We're only going to use about 1 tablespoon. We don't need much more oil in this recipe. When we're cooking the veg, if we find it starts to stick, we can just use a little bit of water instead of oil as a kind of a saute. It's a lot less calories and a lot less oil, which for some people is important. And that's what we're going to do today. Okay, the oil is hot. We're going to get all of the veg in there. So our carrots, potatoes, our zucchini, our spring onions, and our broccoli. And they are going to fry or maybe saute for about 7 minutes. Medium to high heat even. If you feel like your veg is starting to stick, which is a little, and you don't want to use any more oil, just use a bit of hot water.
Oh yeah.
The veg still cooks really nicely, and we cut down a lot on the calories and other things in the oil that you may or may not want. This is a very simple curry, and we are going to keep the flavors simple as well. We're going to stick in about 2 teaspoons of curry powder and 1 tablespoon of curry paste. This is definitely curry paste.
Yes.
Okay, one thing to watch out for with curry pastes is that they're not always vegetarian. For example, they can contain shrimp.
Okay.
So that is something for us to look out for. All right, we're going to mix all of those around. Then we're going to throw in some lemongrass. We're going to beat this poor lemongrass.
Wow.
So it releases its flavor.
Looking good. Can you eat the lemongrass later on?
I would not recommend it. That's why I've left it in big pieces, as it's easy for us to grab out.
Yeah,
later.
makes sense.
That's at about 7 minutes now. We're going to give it another few seconds, then we're going to throw in the chickpeas and give it a couple more minutes.
This looks pretty healthy, I have to say. Loads of veggies. Now some protein chickpeas.
This is definitely one healthy curry. No doubt about it. Finally, we have a cup of coconut milk. A nice squeeze of lemon in there. We might add a little bit more later. We'll see how it tastes first. About a tablespoon of maple syrup and a good pinch of salt. Give it all a stir. After all of those are in there, we're going to let it simmer now for about 5 more minutes. So what I mean by simmer is to turn the heat up, get it on a medium to high heat until you see bubbles coming through, but not that this is absolutely boiling away. Don't want to get rid of all of our nice
Yeah, true.
coconut sauce, but we do want it to thicken up. Let's add another 5 minutes of simmering. We're going to do our final checks. So we're going to try a bit of veg, make sure it's cooked how we like it, and it is. This is also the time to add any more lemon juice, any more maple syrup, or even a bit more curry if you like it a bit spicier or stronger. This is just how I like it, so I'm not going to add any more, but I'm going to pluck out those bits of lemongrass. I'm happy with the curry, the rice is ready. Let's get it served.
Let's do it.
This really is one of my favorite curry recipes because it's just so easy. As you saw, you chop the veggies, which with some practice you can get very quick at. After that, the curry pretty much makes itself. Right then guys, that is our vegan coconut curry done, finished, and ready to eat. If you would like more plant-based or vegan foods, we have just released a new vegan meal plan for 7 full days. You can get the link for that just below the video. In the meantime, if you would like to like or subscribe with a little bell, that would be fantastic. We know then that you're enjoying our videos and we will keep making more. See you in the next recipe.
See you later. Bye.